So good afternoon. It's afternoon here. The sun's actually shining in central Indiana, and it's right now it's acceptable, but we have heard that potentially we're going to have Snowmageddon, right, Peter? That's what we're calling it.
Snowmageddon 2.0 because 1.0 never happened.
Yeah, they said, oh, you're going to have this big snowstorm, and it didn't happen. So now they're saying between 5 and 9 inches. I don't know. We'll see. If we get it, great. If not, if we do get it, we'll just not be here tomorrow. We'll be home sewing and stitching. Is it wrong to wish for that? I think I'm really kind of wishing for that.
Everybody wishes for like a snowstorm, even when you're in school, remember? Oh, I hope it snows. I hope we get snowed out.
I want a snow day. So we're going to start with snow on mine. We're going to start talking about white on white fabrics. Now, we've got another video coming about us purchasing fabric with a fabric vendor. So you're going to see some things there that's going to be really cool. So stay tuned. There's more coming in this great video. But what I want to show you right now is we have a black light. And what happens when you're trying to see the white on white fabrics, if you've worked with white on white fabrics, they're great to be used in your background. But sometimes it's really hard to see the color, not the color, the dimension of the white on white. So when I'm going to turn that off, when you look at it, it's just, you may not even be able to see that on camera, I don't know. It's a white background with a white over it. And so this allows me to really see what's going on with that fabric, to see the color that's on top of the white. And I love these. I'm going to go up one. Mm-hmm. Okay. I love these. Oh, maybe I'm not. Oh, here we go. Here we go. There's one. See, it's got writing on it. And you can't always see that. There's some dots on that. That's a white on white. If I turn that off, it just looks white.
Disappeared. Looks white.
It disappears.
Blank fabric.
Blank fabric, yeah. We'll go down here to this row again and pick up some more. So these tone-on tones are wonderful for background fabrics. If I've got a quilt and I'm doing something and I want, a background fabric that kind of doesn't really do much but shows up a little bit. Look at the snowflakes. Love the snowflakes.
Oh, they're neat.
And it's kind of like the double top secret thing that you see in a quilt. You don't always know it's right there. So right now, because of this black light, it really shows up. And we're going down to the bottom row. There's some down here too. These are a little more obvious because they're kind of a cream on cream. So they show up a little bit better. But those white on whites, look at the elephants. I love the elephants. But so that's why we have this black light, and we keep it at the front so you can look. Also, we've got a couple lines coming that are glow in the dark. So this is fun for that. So when you have a fabric that you can't, and probably now when you're looking at it, you don't even really see those. So if you need to look at this, have our staff help you find the white on whites. I love the white on white fabrics. They're just fun to work with because it gives your quilt dimension, but you don't always see it right away, So anyway, this is our white on white section. We just ordered a bunch more to go in here. So some of these are new, some of these are not. So we order them again and again. So there's a particular snowflake that we really like. I just ordered some little baby feet, which was adorable.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is, and they're coming pretty quickly. So if you're looking for something, this is it. Come see the white on whites. And I don't know if we've ever really shown you this section, but when you come in the door and turn to the right, what area I'm in right now is what we call our solids. And this is kind of that place where if you're working with a quilt and you just need a solid color to let your eye rest, or trying to match something to go on trim for a bag, or for a background even, or binding. This is great for picking binding. These are just all our solids, or what I would call tone-on-tone fabrics. And we're always restocking this area. There's a lot of different kinds. There's thatched, which is a Moda. There's a grunge, which is a Moda line. There's some Wyndham ones. We've got Northcott. All different companies have a little different tweak of a color when it comes to their solids. So we try to carry a little bit of everybody so you can match. So come hang out with the solids. They're fun. They're great for modern quilts too. So as always, the shop's got people in it, so if we may photobomb somebody, or they'll photobomb us, but that's okay. We're going to go right here by the front door, and I'm going to show you this slide. So this one is a Figo Fabrics company. It's called Local Honey. I love this. Love the name of this line, Local Honey. And so what we have, of course, are bees. It's the bee's knees. And we have the honeycomb.
You can't tell they're bees until you get right on
I
it.
know, isn't that fun? And it's such a pretty green.
Yeah.
The honeycomb just looks like that's full of honey. I could absolutely just dig into that. And then, you know what's fun about this is the great big flowers in it. Because you know what bees need for their pollen? And look at the bee on the flower. Isn't that great? I think that would make a really cool handbag. This is just fun. So, it's not called the bee's knees. This is by Heather Bailey. HeatherBaileyStore.com from Figo Fabrics. And it's just a fun one. There's pink. Look at the pink.
Hit it with the black light.
Hit it with the black light. I wonder what it does. It doesn't do anything. It's not really cool.
Is it because we're too close to the outside light?
No, it's not going to do anything really.
Oh, those are doing something on the green.
A little bit, yeah. We're obsessed with the black light now. Okay, so that's one new line that came in. And you guys know we get new lines all the time.
Oh, there's a quilt kit. Hexies.
These are triangle hexies. And this is actually just with solid fabrics, I think. Oh, no, they did it. They did use this line. Look at that. So we don't have a quilt yet made of this, but it's called Triangle Hexies. And okay, so here's the point. Now I remember ordering this. I had to look at it for a minute. The hexies go together and look like a honeycomb. Get it? It's a bee. It's a bee. And then the shape on there looks like a honeycomb. So that was the idea behind it. So what a cute pattern to use for this. So that's fun. If you got somebody that likes bees, what a fun thing to have for them. So a little more fabric. Walk this way.
It was a traded one. Right.
Okay.
It wasn't the one that was traded in.
We swing right past the machine department. There you go.
Wow.
Just swing by.
She doesn't know where she's going. Just need
All right.
to sign.
This one I've talked about the last 2 or 3 weeks on our What's New video. The fabric is for the garden, greenhouse garden it's called, but it's the block of the month color collage. So this is the fabric that's left over from making the kits. So we had kits to sell because some people are signed up for the block of the month. I think there's still a couple openings in that if you want to take it. But this is the other fabric that's left from that block of the month, and it's stunning. Just the prettiest greens and teals that come together in the prettiest way, and nice geometrics, great florals. There's a navy in the middle of this that's kind of random, but it just makes it pop. I showed you the fabric from my kit, but this is the actual fabric itself now. So that's what they're recommending for your contrast. Rather than put black on it, we're just going to put this color. We kind of got a navy teal thing going on. The next two fabric lines I'm going to show you are all that colorway. But it's spring, and we want to think about spring. It's not spring, but we're thinking about spring because I'm over winter. And so now, let's look at something whale-ish. We got a Maggie joke. Time for a couple Maggie jokes. Why did the whale cross the road? To get to the other tide. Everybody grown together now. And then, where do whales go to travel? The whaleway station. It's just a groaner, I know. Okay, so this is called Whale Song. It's from the Northcott company. I really, really, really love this line. I love the go with. There's a really cool bag that comes on a panel, so you can make the bag if you want. It's just a panel. You just cut, follow the directions, sew it together. Super simple. And then this panel with the quilt. So we have kits for that. And I love this. It's got the swirly. I love this. They sometimes call this a snail's tail, but I think it's a whale's tail in this one. For the block. The way that swirls. This has so much movement in it. And then of course the fabric that's left to go with it. So even when we make kits, we try to make sure there's enough fabric left that you can still enjoy buying just the fabric pieces if you want the fabric. There's still some panels if you've got another idea of how you might want to do the panel a different way. And then just the fabric. I mean, this is just pretty fabric. That's a good stash fabric right there because it's got so many colors in it. And these are my colors.
There's a stingray.
Where's a stingray?
Not really,
Oh,
but the outline.
the outline looks like a stingray.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like looking at clouds. All right. And then right next to that one is this one that just came in. This one's called Spirit of Love. And this has this nice big panel with it. And I know we've got a pattern that we maybe are getting or
We have a
working on.
pattern and kits.
Pattern in the kits. So I wonder what. Oh, the kits
Not
I
out.
think are in the back.
Not out yet.
Not
but
out yet.
Coming.
Coming soon. So they've just cut
Coming
the
to a
kits.
theater near you.
It is so new, it's not even out here yet. That's how new it is. But these are kits. And look at this. This is just, this would make the best border because it already has,
Oh, it would.
it looks pieced even though you didn't have to do it. And you know, you could even stitch in there, and what a fun way to stitch and make it look like it was pieced.
Ooh.
Ooh, I know.
Ooh, yeah. On the free motion, on the free
on
arm.
the free motion on the free arm. Look how pretty that is. So those have got crosses in them. If you don't see the image, that is a cross, a Christian cross. But it's kind of abstract, so you may not, see that if you didn't want to, I guess. But these are, again, this is kind of that muted colorway.
It's hopping in here today.
It is hopping. We got people everywhere. So if you hear a lot of noise in the background, it's okay. We're just shoppers. That's good. One more
They're
fabric.
supporting our business.
They are. We love that. Okay, here's another one. This one's from the FreeSpirit company. Another brand new fabric line. This one is called it's Mon Jardin Field Flock. But it's just, this is so pretty. Look at the birds. There's an owl. I think that's a pigeon maybe, a guinea hen. I don't know. I'm not good on birds. But isn't this pretty?
Oh, a little sparrow.
A little, yeah.
A chickadee.
All kinds of birds in that, and I love that. It has like a nice big floral print with a butterfly on it.
Oh,
Isn't
those
that
are big
pretty?
squares.
They are big. So again, I would cut those out, man. They would make a great, easy, looks like a lot of work, but I just cut out the squares. Here's a border print. Really pretty border print. So right there I've got the border around my quilt. So that's going to be a fun one. This is just a pretty line. It's got a lot of variety to it. I love this piece with the lavender. Oh, they're going to love that. The thread just fell down back there. This kind of lavender background with the teal, that's really pretty. It's got a butterfly in it.
That's a
really
great background.
Isn't that great? Look at this one too. The same print in a different colorway. There it is again. And again.
I thought it was a piece of pizza, and it's a moth wing.
Okay, Peter likes to think about food. It's easy to think a lot about food around here sometimes. It's a quick do. So that's some of the new fabric that's come in. It's the middle of January, and so right now people, I think, are kind of working in their stash. We have some classes that have come up on our webpage. The handy quilter classes, if you're interested in taking handy quilter classes, those are live on our webpage now. Those sell out very, very, very quickly. So if you're even thinking about doing the handy quilter classes, you need to get on and sign that up. I can't remember what else is coming. I have a sheet of about 10 things that we're planning for the coming year that are just not quite ready to launch. But be watching, because we do have some really big events coming in the next 6 months or so in the store. And I think it may be a little shorter today than usual, but there's just another thing following up. I think Peter's going to edit in a little conversation we had this morning with some really dear friends of ours about some of the things that happen in our store. So, okay, hi, it's Cappy at Always in Stitches again. So, in our What's New video, we always do something kind of different and special. And today, I want to introduce you to two of our really good friends. They happen to be sales reps, primarily Kurt, and he brings his lovely wife Cindy along. So this is Kurt and Cindy Meyer, and they represent several fabric companies. And so part of you guys getting to experience what's new in our store, because we always show our what's new videos, I want you to see kind of how we order fabric and what happens in that process. So Kurt, how long have you been selling fabric as a sales rep?
17 years.
17
something
years.
Like that.
You barely look over 20, so I'm just a bit.
Started when I was 7.
Started when you were 7. And then tell me, what fabric companies do you represent?
FreeSpirit in the beginning, Benartex, Timeless, which would also include Marcus and Dear Stella.
Marcus and Dear Stella, yeah. So for you guys watching, what happens is there's fabric companies can be a parent company of several different subsidiary fabric companies, and then the designers work for those fabric companies. So sometimes when a customer will come in and they'll say, oh, I'm looking for a particular designer, say like K Facet or something. They'll say, I'm looking for K Facet. Well, his company is FreeSpirit, which is then also owned by Jaftex, and so you have this layer of who owns what, and you guys get to represent all these different companies, and it's kind of confusing sometimes.
Yes, we take lots of notes.
Take lots of notes. So one of the things that they talk about that I think is really cool is talk about like your sales meetings when you guys get to meet the sales. Well, they get to talk with the designers and kind of get to know these people. So what's that like?
Well, it's nice that you kind of get burned out, so the designers kind of give you their idea of what their inspiration was, and it's also nice to get to know them.
Yeah, and you find out like little things about the background of the fabric.
Correct.
I think that's what's cool. What inspired them to design the fabric, and then when they share that with us, then it makes it fun to share that with our customers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of a fun thing. So what's your favorite part about being a sales rep, do you think?
Meeting you.
Oh, jeez. And he brings Cindy.
It
It's
is,
true.
and
It's true.
Yeah.
I get to bring her when she will come with me.
Because I only, I don't travel all the time.
She doesn't. They have kids and pets and a
Pets
life.
and old people and
Yeah, so they have responsibilities, but they come down and we have a lot of fun visiting with our sales rep. So just so you guys know watching, in the last 3 weeks, I've sat down with 3 different sales reps, and they're all 3 my favorite, but but it's true. I mean, we have lots of opportunity to buy fabric, and so this stack in front of us is like a whole bunch of fabric. Nancy's been sitting with me this morning. We're going to go through this stack and we're going to pick what we want. I would love to buy every single piece of fabric on this table. Would you like that?
Yes, I would like that.
We would
Let me
love
grab
that.
Let me grab my pen.
we'll just get the order pads
Start
out.
writing it out. But the truth is, I can't. I mean, there is a limit to how much space we have. And so the challenge for both of us really is for him to have the patience and her to sit down and show all this to me and tell me all the good stuff about it. And then for us to say, okay, I think this will sell and that will sell. And you guys help with that because they can go, well, this has that marketing going on or this information going with it. So.
Or they might have like a FreeSpirit Fan Frenzy special.
Yeah. So there's things happening that they give us that I can't get from buying online, and so it's kind of like when our customers come into our store to shop, instead of or she really likes it, or if our customers order online, you get a more personal relationship when our sales reps come. So it's exciting to have them. And I threw this at him this morning. I'm like, so we're doing a What's New video today. Can you guys be in our What's New video?
And he hates this. Just FYI, he hates this.
I
Yeah.
like the one on.
His whole leg is bouncing under the table. You can't see it.
So
Is that why the room's moving?
It
It
is.
is moving
Yeah.
a little bit.
It's okay. But I wanted you guys as our customers to know how this process happens, because I think they're always like, oh, I would love to come with you and order fabric. And it's fun, but it's work.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
It's demanding, especially for you.
It is demanding because, now there's this huge stack of fabric options and we've got to pick and choose. And so it's
Because
fun
a
to
lot
have
of
these
times
people.
this might be great for a certain customer base, and then, somebody else might like that. I mean,
Right.
you just never know. So it's
Yeah.
very difficult
And
for
we've got
Kathy to pick and
all the fabric companies represented. And what we're going to do is, Peter, as we decide what
glow
we're
in the
buying.
dark fabric.
Oh yeah, glow in the dark
Oh.
fabric too. Oh look, that's down there. Can you see it? See his cool light that he shines on fabric so I can see that it glows in the dark? We had one of those in the store. I need to order another one.
You
But-
can have this one.
Oh, listen to you. How about that?
I think
I
that's
buy a lot of them.
I think that's the second one you've given her.
The other one died. I couldn't replace the batteries or anything. It
I think
just
we
died.
left it here.
It was his idea to start this,
That's
and it's a
right.
great one.
So
So
if you have white on whites at home and you can't see what the pattern is,
this is a
a
great
little black light, you can see the white on white.
Yeah, so okay, I'm gonna take you up on it.
Oh, yeah, totally,
Okay,
because I
okay.
just ordered
So when you
extra.
come in the store, say, I want to see Kurt's black light, okay? And then we'll get it out and we'll let you look at the fabric with Kurt's black light. And then meanwhile, we're going to give away something from one of the companies that he represents.
I need to run out to the car and get that.
Yeah, we'll have a little giveaway. So, because we know when you guys comment. So comment about what you think would be fun about getting to buy fabric. That'll be the question you have to answer. Why do you think it would be fun to buy fabric? And then I'll tell you if it's true or not.
Because it is work.
It is work,
It is
as much as it sounds like, I mean, you know, just imagine buying every piece of bolt of fabric in the store and you do it over about 3 weeks. It's pretty overwhelming. It's not bad over 3 weeks. Sometimes we do it in 2 or 3 days, and that's even harder. But anyway, so now you know, I think that answers some questions. You got to see a sales rep. They usually are the ones dragging the suitcases into the
Right.
building, so there's like 7 or 8 suitcases sitting around, and that's what they
And
do.
one of the most common questions that I get is, what do I do with these samples when they're done? I did tell one person that I have a big bonfire, and she almost had a heart attack.
Oh my
He does not
gosh.
burn
I
fabric.
do not burn them.
No.
I donate these for quite a few different charities. They make
Blankets.
NICU
and
quilts
Yeah,
and all
'cause
kinds of different
Pillowcases,
things.
Linus
Let's
quilts.
just
and
pull
stuff
this
like
up.
that.
So yeah, so you get this. This is what is it called?
A sample.
A sample card
A
or
header.
a
Yeah,
header.
that's a header.
It's called a header. It's a great big, and this has all the fabric that's going to be in a line. And there's lots of these under here. It's not always on paper. Sometimes it's
I was
like
gonna
this.
say, unfortunately, most of it nowadays, because we order so far out, is on paper. So it's always better on fabric.
It is. It's nice to touch it because then you get the hand of the fabric. You know what it feels like. But so
And
he
then
has
you can
lots of
see-
these.
This is the overall print, but it is too large unless I were to carry a whole yard of the fabric. So this just shows you kind of the scale.
And the quality of the fabric.
Yeah,
It's
so
a
these
feeler
are
piece.
fabric cards. So they're like, yeah, they're testers.
Yep.
So you can touch it and feel it. Yeah, that's the one like that too. So yeah, it's big decisions, but we make them and it's fun. And we giggle and snort and laugh and carry on and have the best time.
That we do.
And that we do. So now you know what we do. We're going to plug this into our What's New video today. And then we'll also look at what's coming new in the fabric. But we're going to give away something. We haven't given away anything on one of our What New for a little while. So we're going to give away something from one of these companies he represents. And just comment what you think it would be fun about buying fabric. And then meanwhile, stay tuned for the rest of the What's New video. We're going to go shopping and look at some more stuff. So thanks.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
So I look forward to seeing you next week. And as always, happy stitching.